collections, classics, customs, restorations. This is Crossroads Speed Shop.
Well, welcome back to the Crossroads Diecast Speed Shop. I'm Skip, and I'm out here with our sales manager, Millicent, as we are waiting for the arrival of this week's project. Hear the truck coming, and here it is. This is a Hot Wheels dairy delivery. This is Hando the Clown livery on this one. This is going to be the car that we use for Diecast Graveyard's super huge, ginormous build for the month of May. This is number 3 of the build of 5 builds that he's having us do this coming year. So let's get this thing off the truck and into the shop.
A few moments later.
All right, well, we're in the shop and we have our little dairy delivery all taken apart, broken down. Body, let's take a look at the body here. It's pretty well play worn. You can see a lot of the paint's off of it. It's the Hando the Clown. This is a Craze Clown. This is a 2003 casting. Everything's pretty much gone on it, so we're going to strip it down anyways because again it's for our condiment snack build for Diecast Graveyard's super huge ginormous build. So we got that. We're going to get that in the stripper in a moment. Take a look at the rest of it. Green base. Got a little bit of detail on it. Maybe I'll do a little bit on that because there's not a whole lot to do to this build. So I think I'm going to do, maybe I'll do a little bit of detailing. Let's talk about detail. There's a lot of detail in these things. A couple years ago, 4 Horsemen, we did a dairy delivery build, and they had a lot of these different things in there. You got all these, looks like a NOS bottle here, and just different, looks like some type of cans or jerry cans or something. I don't know what that is exactly in there, but it's kind of a neat little build and stuff. Red windshield, again, not a fan, but you know what? The build I'm going to do here shouldn't be bad. It looks like basically all of this needs is like a little bit of a clean up in hot soapy water. These wheels are green 5 spokes. They painted green. They're all rusty. If you look at it real close here, you can see that they're really rusty, and they're going to be gone anyways. I got some other wheels I'm going to put on there. So anyways, well, we've got it there. Let's get this thing into the stripper and start our project. All right, well, we're back, and we've got our little dairy delivery we're working on. As I've said many times if you watched my channel before, I like to pick my tires and chide the axles and get that fit done before I go get into paint, do too much to the body or anything, because I don't want to have to do anything that damages the work we do on the truck after, because of having to change wheels or make wheels fit and stuff. So I got this, I got the base. Now the front wheels, the smaller wheels, they're a little bit wider there, you can see, and they fit pretty good. They fit, but the back ones, the back end here, you can see is kind of narrow. And one of the things I had to do too, sometimes you have to get in there with the pliers and see if I can get that in better, a little bit better, and just kind of pry those back. Now, when you're doing this, like these wheels are much longer, the axles are much longer. What I've already done here is I've already measured it, and usually what I do is I take it and I put it in there and I measure it like so. Again, make sure that your axle is pushed in all the way. That way you can get an idea of where the end of the axle is on that. And then I marked it with a Sharpie marker, and then I use these cutters and I snipped off the end. And after that, take some fence pliers, or even any kind of pliers with a flat end or something like that will work. And then what you do is you just pinch the end, and you get that flat end, and that holds the wheels on, and they don't come off. So let's see if we can get this put together here. Let's just see how that works. Okay. Looks like it's still got a little bit long. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to trim this up a little bit. And then we'll take the fence pliers again, like I said, put them in there, like so. You get that little flat end. See how that is? Yep, that came off. It still wasn't flattened enough. So we'll need to do a little bit more. Now let's see how that is. Oh, still not enough. Try it one more time here. There we go. Let's see what that looks like now. And there we go. And then put the interior. I always like to keep the interior in there too, because sometimes the wheels will fit, but then when you go to do the interior, it rubs against the interior. So might have to push. There we go. Snap that down. Doesn't snap down all the way. And there we go. She's a low rider. All right, let's move on. All right, well, we've got our dairy delivery here, and what we've done is we've cleaned up the windshield and with some hot soap and water. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give it a dip in the Pledge Revive. It's usually better not to do it like that. And when you grip it, always grip it somewhere where it's not going to show, like the front windshield or the back windows. Don't let them. And then once you get that all done, just wick away the edges, like so. And then I just put it on a little tray like that, and I will cover it. And when you do that, that way it keeps the dust specks and stuff, because it takes a while for this stuff to dry. It's because Pledge Revive is a floor finish, so it takes a while for it to dry. So it's always good to give it a little bit of time on that. Well, let's move on. All right, we have our dairy delivery taped off. I'm going to use some of this Wicked Colors Crimson Red to paint the top, and we'll get it into the paint booth and see what it looks like. Well, we're back, and we have got our little dairy delivery painted up. I painted the hood and the roof red and left it white. As you can see, my theme is for Condiment was Chick-fil-A sauce, and I detailed the front grill and lights, and so I'm pretty happy with how it is. I need to get it clear coated, and then we'll get ready to assemble. All right, well, here is our dairy delivery for Diecast Graveyard Super Huge Ginormous build phase number 3. My favorite snack or condiment. Again, stripped this casting down, painted it with Createx opaque white, and then I taped off the roof and the hood, and I painted those with Wicked Colors Crimson Red, and then I topped all of it off with 2 coats of Diecast Graveyard's 2K Clear. I added the 10-spoke chrome wheels from Sam Ed Wheels. Some things that are not so evident here are the exhaust tips on the back as well as in the interior. Now, if you ever seen the interior of a dairy delivery, it looks like all these little bottles and stuff in there. Those, according to Hot Wheels, were supposed to be like milk bottles or represent milk bottles on the inside. What I did is I painted them white. I put red caps on them to look like the Chick-fil-A sauce, because that's my condiment of choice, is Chick-fil-A sauce. And again, notice that the decals are homemade ones that I made, including the Eat More Chicken one on the back. Those I made with my inkjet printer and took a couple coats of clear coat on the top of that before I used them on and put the decals on. That came out pretty happy with how that all looks. Again, I want to thank Paul for hosting these builds, and also I want to encourage everyone to check out all the other builds and watch for the recap video he'll put out later this month. And God bless, and thanks for stopping by the shop.